It is said that the history of mankind is carried on the back of a horse. Today we are speaking with Erika Guilbert, the co-owner and operations manager from the Nevis Equestrian Centre. Welcome, Erika. How are you doing
Good
today?
Morning.
Great, thanks. I'm loving the weather because we need the rain for the grass.
I agree with you. I'm actually jealous of you because you're outside where I want to be right now. And then you are at one with nature. You're one with the horses there at the Nevis Equestrian Centre. So can you tell us what motivated you to launch, what motivated the launch of the Nevis Equestrian Centre?
Oh, okay. Well, we started in 1996, but I've always had horses all my life. I grew up riding. I started riding when I was 4, and I used to compete in California and Arizona. But when we came here, my uncle had an idea about it, and we got together with a local guy named Dan Bartlett, who was a racehorse. He was a jockey here and also a horseshoer here. He was into the race. So we talked to him, and he thought it was a good idea. So we started the business together with him in '96, and we then left him after a year and went out on our own, and we found some beach property so that we could do beach rides, and that's it. We've been doing that ever since.
Oh, great.
So tell us about some of the services that the centers offer, Erika.
Okay, well, we are open 7 days a week. I do trail rides. We do mostly the hour-and-a-half beach and trail ride. I do have longer rides. We have rides that go up in the mountain a little bit, some rides that go to Mount Travers. We also have a ride that goes all the way up to a hotel halfway up the mountain called the Hermitage Hotel. We would go up there, have lunch, and come back down. That's like 4 to 5 hours. I also teach horseback riding to children and adults. They come different days for classes. And we also have goats, rabbits. I have a turtle, we have a monkey, we have all kind of animals. So if the schools or children want to come and just like pet the animals, we have friendly animals you can just pet. And also we provide services for younger children under the age of 6. If they cannot go out on the trail ride, we don't take children that young out. So we have a little space in the yard where we'll walk them around. And then in the summer, I do camp for children, ages 3 and up. And I think that's everything.
All right, so it's a good time to be.
We also do functions like, we also do functions like we were at the agriculture fair doing horse rides for the children, and then there's another fair coming up here in Nevis on the 21st. They're going to have some kind of function at the Malcolm Gishard Park, so we're going to take horses down there for people to ride.
This is so very interesting, Erika. I wish that I was like 3 years old attending your summer camps. Let's talk about that for a little bit.
Okay.
Your summer camp, what are the hours typically that it's open for the children ages 3 and up, and what are the activities that are specific to those children?
Okay, when we start the camp normally in the summer right after Culturama, and I usually do 2 weeks. Sometimes I have to put on an extra week because I have so many children that want to come, but that's fine. They come here and they learn about all the animals, not just the horses. They learn about how to take care of the rabbits, the goats. We do have some chores that they do, like they'll feed the animals and water the animals, and then they learn about the horses and start to groom the horses, get the horses ready for riding. They learn about all the body parts, different, and on certain camps we have different themes. So like the last camp, it was about the history of the horse. So they learned about prehistoric horses coming right up to now, to today. And my father is a farrier, so he comes and does a shoeing demonstration for them as well. They learn how the shoes get put on the horses. We go out on trail rides, we ride inside the arena, and then sometimes we go on a little field trip, maybe to another farm or some other activity where they can just run around and burn off their energy.
Oh, this is all so very exciting, Erika. Thank you for sharing that.
So you mentioned the horses that the kids learn to groom. Can you tell us the types of breeds of horses that you have at your center and how many you have? Is there enough for all the kids to groom?
Yes, we have 12 horses here at the moment. And the horses that we have are just like local horses. And then also we have thoroughbreds. The thoroughbreds are mostly the X-race horses. And then I do have a big horse here, the stallion. He is half draft horse, which is one of those big stocky horses. He's half Belgium and half thoroughbred. And we'll use him for breeding with the mares.
Okay.
All right, so here is a burning question of mine, and I'm sorry, but you've got 12 horses. I love the names of horses. So what is the best named horse that you have when you call him or her?
The best named horse? Everyone laughs at this name, but it was given to the horse because it was my nickname a while ago. But her name is Maca Chicle, and it means chewing gum.
Okay, that's funny.
Oh my gosh. I just hope nobody ever takes her and try to chew her. Here comes a puppy, a brown puppy.
Oh, that's a dog we heard in the background.
Yes.
So we are still talking about the horse. Can you tell us about the caretaking process for them and the training of your horses?
Oh, yes. Well, every morning they eat twice a day. We feed them food twice a day. Also, they get like grass or some kind of treats. Like sometimes we have coconut branches, palms that we throw out there for them, banana leaves and stuff like that. They like that. When we get ready for riding, we do have to groom the horses because they roll around in the dirt and everything, and they get dirty. So we either, sometimes if it's like this, like a day like this is so lovely for them. They love to get their rain, and then they'll roll in the sand or the dirt and just like scratch their skin. So we would just bathe them actually on a day like this. We'll bathe off the dirt, wash with the hose and everything. And if not, if they don't need to be washed down, then we would take some tools that we have here, the grooming supplies, and all the children at the camp learn about all these grooming tools, and they have to use them. So we have a curry comb, and we have a brush, and we have hoof picks. We clean out their feet. We brush their hair, try to take out any hairs that are flying around, and just clean them up and make them look nice. And then we also, after that, we put on the saddles and saddle them up and get them ready for riding so they look nice. And after riding, they also get a shower because they'll be sweaty. Some of them sweat, some of them not so much, but some of them get sweaty after the ride. They need to cool down. Some of the rides, we do take the horses into the sea, and that cools them off as well, but we'll still come home and wash off the seawater.
So,
And yeah, so it's a lot of work. It's a lot of, they're like my children, so it's a lot of work.
And you got 12 of them to do.
You groom the horses first, brush their skin or bathe them, get them all cleaned, and then saddle them up. We put on the saddles, the bridles, or what you steer the horse with the reins, and then we let the people get on. We help them get on. We have like a wooden stand that they can stand on. We try not to let them lift their whole bodies up, or we can't lift their whole bodies up every time. So we give them a little boost with the stand, and then we go out for our ride. We do take a lot of first-time riders now. So if you're hesitant and scared, don't worry. We can help you. The horses just follow the leader, and otherwise we can put a lead rope on and just pull you if you're that afraid. I have some people that are booked this week that are very nervous, but instead of going out, they chose to ride inside for their first time. So these are two adults. So It's okay. We can try to be flexible and accommodate, but I don't want anyone to come here and have a fear and then have a bad experience to say that they'll never do it again. It is not for everyone, because some people, they do it once and say they'll never come back, but that's fine. But just to try it, it's nice.
I would say I can imagine trying it with my cowboy hats and cowboy boots.
Yes, I have people come dressed up in all kinds of
Really?
outfits.
Nice.
Yes, we do. A lot of people come and book for their birthday, and a lot of children will book for their birthday, and they'll come dressed up in their cowboy outfits or their pretty long dresses, or I have some ladies that come in their thong bikinis.
Those are the brave ones.
Well, I guess it's so funny. I have to say, when I think about the horses riding in the sea, that must be majestic to look at. If you had to, yes, please go ahead, Erika.
Yes, no, I was just going to say yes. I have a couple horses that absolutely love the water. And when you see them in the water, they're just floating, and the rider's just on them, just chilling.
Really?
Through the sea. Yeah, it's nice.
Oh.
The horses
So their
naturally
feet
know how to swim.
Oh, okay. Oh, so their feet are not touching the ground. I've been on a horse, but I don't think I've gotten the chance to take the horse into the sea.
Yeah,
So
they go in deep enough to where they can swim a little bit, and then they'll come back onto the ground, and then they'll go back and forth.
Oh, that's so cool. In terms of the, let's say this, Erika, I want to know, you have 12 horses, so you also cater to beginner riders. Is there a minimum number of horses that you would take on the trail with you, or can someone just book one?
Yes, the minimum is 2. We normally just go with 2 people is the least amount. The maximum we take out right now is 8. And then I also arrange rides, private rides. If people want private tours, they can do a romantic sunset private ride, or if they have experience and want to ride fast, then they book an advanced ride, and we laze down the beach.
Wow. Do you have any video footage of that? I have to say, this is sounding really attractive.
I do, and actually I do video while we're running the horses. I do the video myself.
Oh, wow.
Lovely. So, Erika, we talked about your summer camp earlier. Is there one slated for this year? Because I know the 2-year hiatus that we had, you probably didn't have any.
Oh, actually I did do camp during the break, because when we weren't able to travel, or the tourists weren't able to come in, people were still able to go around in the Federation. So I did have camp.
Okay.
So camp, there will be camp. I don't have the date set yet, but most likely it's going to be the second and third week in August.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so when you had the camp before, I'm curious, did you have a lot of patrons from St. Kitts?
I had a few, yes. I have had a few, and I have actually some that are like, let me know as soon as you're going to do another camp so we can prepare. So, yeah, we get a lot of, I also have some students that come over weekly for St. Kitts to ride.
Okay.
But,
weekly, I love that.
We have the St. Kitts.
So, during the break, Go ahead, Erika. Sorry.
I was saying the Ross University students, they are always coming. And right now they're having their spring break from school, or midterm break, or whatever break. So they have me booked solid for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. That's a good problem to have, Erika.
Yes, it is. It's not a problem.
During the break, I was asking you about horse racing. I really didn't know it was obsolete now in Nevis. Is there any way of reviving it? Do you think you'll be able to do that with the help of other locals?
I would love to bring back horse racing. I just posted some old race photos the other day on Facebook, and was seeing how many people would respond. I said, shouldn't we have racing back? And a lot of people responded. to that, saying yes, definitely, because it is something, especially in Nevis, the way that our background is for the racetrack. It's so beautiful. It's a unique experience, and a lot of the tourists come here to see that. Also, for Nevis now, the track, they had started construction on it, but they were saying that the government was saying that there was a resort that they were going to build there. That's why they were tearing down the track. However, I don't think that happened, but still, I spoke with someone maybe 2 years ago about it from the government here, and they were saying that a project was still going to happen there. They would have to find a new location for the racetrack. So I'm not sure how quickly racing can start back, but definitely if anybody wants to learn about it, or maybe we can do something to speak to the government about getting it back together, or put something together to get it started back again, that would be great, because we can get horses here easily. It's not a hard thing to bring in horses.
So we have time for one more question, Erika, and this is just me asking for your social media contact details for anyone who is looking right now and might say, you know what, I want to go ride the horses with Erika. How can they get in touch with you? Where can they find you? Oh, we seem to have lost Erika for a bit.
Little technical difficulties.
Yes, Erika. Okay, you're back now. Can you hear us okay, Erika?
It's okay. I'm back. Yes. Okay. Yes, I have the Facebook page is Nevis Equestrian Centre. I also post on my personal page, which is Erika Guilbert Archibald. We have Instagram. We also have TikTok. There's a couple of accounts on TikTok. One is Goldilocks 869. There's another one, I believe, Nevis Equestrian. There's another one at Fesh. What's that? Feshby. But there's a few TikToks because I have other people who have a lot of followers who post for me. And also you can contact me via phone or WhatsApp, 869-662-9118. And also my email address is Nevis Equestrian Center 1, that's the number 1, @gmail.com. And yeah, if you call me, text me, message me, whatever, however you need to get through, you can send a pigeon to drop a note.
Great, Erika. And by the way, I want Makachikli to have her own page, okay? So I'm going to be looking for that one.
That's my little princess. She's my baby girl.
We need